and get that momentum. Oh my gosh. What is happening? How's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to talk about skipping lures. I'm going to give you 2 tips on how to actually practice skipping and the motion you need to do. And I'm also going to talk about lures and what lures skip and what don't and why. And so we're first going to talk about lures. What makes a lure good at skipping is how flat and smooth it is on the bottom, on the part which is actually going to skip under the water, which is why jigs and other soft plastics like tubes and everything like that, because they're so flat, they're so, like even these little stick baits, they're so flat on the end that they skip extremely well. And especially, you know, jigs with nice flat trailers as well, like a regular crawdad, and even buzz baits. Whenever you have like a frog on like that, that belly is really flat and it's going to skip really well. Now buzz baits are a little bit more challenging to skip just because, you know, this big blade on it, you kind of have to do it just right, but it just takes practice. But that's also why things like crankbaits and jerkbaits don't skip very well, is because they have these bills and also these treble hooks underneath. But even though the belly of it's flat, it's still got these hooks and these little spots where the hooks go onto, and so it's going to catch that water and it's not going to make it skip, and it's going to make you backlash. So it's nice that even if you don't have water, even if you don't have a pond or a pool in the backyard, you can practice skipping. And I'm going to show you a little trick on how to not get backlashes whenever you practice. So you want to get your bait caster. You know, you preferably want to get a lure that's not really going to get caught up in, you know, grass or whatever. But I've got a little swim bait on right now. And then you want to get out probably like 10 to 15 foot of line. So once you get your line out, you want to get some electrical tape. So you want to get your electrical tape and peel some off of it. And then you want to find where that line is onto that spool. And you just want to put this electrical tape on it. And I usually put quite a bit just so it doesn't rip right through it. But this is going to prevent you from getting real bad backlashes, and I'll show you that in just a second. So I've got my electrical tape on here. I'm out here in my yard. And pretty much all this electrical tape does is I'm going to just throw this out. And this thing isn't going to be able to get a backlash. So you can sit out here and you can practice throwing as close to this grass or, you know, your pond or pool or whatever, as close to it as you can, and just having it kind of skim the top of it. And you want to have that on there because you would backlash a lot. Big thing whenever you're skipping is you want to make sure that you have enough line out to be able, whenever you whip that lure around, it's going to have enough force to really get out there. A lot of people won't try to send this lure very hard, and so that's why it needs a lot of momentum to be able to skip along that water. So you really want to be able to whip it around and get that momentum. Oh my gosh. What is happening?